Okay. Let's try this piece and then we'll get out of here. Okay, let's go. So yeah, I got the HBO Max subscription, and so yeah, we'll see if there's anything good to write about. I almost thought about like writing a critique of an episode, like I do here, like when I talk about like female behavior, or like yeah, it is one humble person's opinion about like what a character should or shouldn't have done. Maybe there's something else to write about, you know. But I did get it for work. Ooh, I wonder if I can make it like a write-off. You know, but I don't have a small freelance writing business, so it's not like something I can write off for my taxes. I'm also not an independent contractor. I also don't have a W-2. I feel like we go here so rarely. Maybe I won't pick up any other coal and just see where they end up. Because if I pick up coal, they'll probably start working. So I watched another episode last night, or episode and a half actually. From I watched the finale of season 4, and then some of the first episode of season 5. And Miranda has her baby. She has Brady, little Brady. And I really like Carrie and Sarah Jessica Parker in that episode. Because she is so like romantically involved with Mr. Big, and her heart is like so smitten, and she is so heartbroken that he is leaving. We do love her a lot. Are they walking to the library? You can't go in that entrance. That entrance is blocked. You have to go around the other way. We're actually walking towards the library, I think now. And Miranda has her baby, and she just leaves. You know, because Mr. Big is leaving town at 5 p.m. the next day. And she just hightails it to the hospital and just is totally there for Miranda. And then I thought she was such a good friend to Miranda when Miranda is pushing. And she's like telling all the nurses not to be cheerleaders, just like Miranda asked. And then they're holding hands, and Miranda is just like focusing on her. I heard like during pregnancy, when you're pushing the baby, you need like a focus object, and like Carrie is like her focus object, and she just like the baby pops out. So cool. And the when her water breaks too, it goes all over Carrie's shoes, and she doesn't complain. She says, "That's all right." You know, I thought that was really nice. I thought the only thing that Sarah Jessica Parker like didn't do right, kind of, was after the labor is over, and when Charlotte and Samantha are there, Samantha she probably does know that something happened with Samantha, because she's still wearing the wig, and she didn't listen to her story about whether or not she got cheated on, because she had been like following, which you should never do. You should never follow someone to find out if they're cheating on you. You should never follow anyone in general. I guess it's just like it's just TV magic, I guess. Or is that the closest entrance to the library? Have we been in there before? Yeah, let's go in there. Nothing ever happens down here. Please, we'll go home in a second. I just want to see it. That was a nice trip. Oh no, there's nothing in there. Let's go home. So she's like, "Hi, bye, I gotta go see Big," you know? And I was like, oh no, like, I mean, I was trying to figure out what time she got there, because she might have, I mean, the whole story might have taken you know, like 15 minutes. Like she could have stayed 15 minutes. Like it wasn't, I don't know if it was that close. It seemed like, you know, because he was already gone when she got there. But I don't know, like looking at the lighting in the room, I don't know if that was really 5 o'clock, you know? So I would have stayed and listened to her story, you know? I can be a little superstitious like that. I mean, like a little bit like like it was almost as if she did the wrong thing and then Big wasn't there. It was almost like karma, you know? Like if she had just stayed there and been a good friend to Samantha too, maybe Big would have been there when she come back to the apartment. God works in mysterious ways, you know? I think Samantha would have listened to Carrie's story if the roles had been reversed, yeah. You gotta do the right thing, you know, no matter what. Oh, and then I was writing on Twitter about how Big leaves her the oh, there's a scarf here now. Big leaves her the record. Aw, I cried like twice that episode. Like I'm such a mush. I was just crying. I think I cried when during the cab ride because for Big being a rich person, he is like so generous, right? To be like, here's $400, like, and rich people get a bad rap these days, you know, for being greedy, and you know the economy is bad because people can afford to pay their workers more and they don't a lot of the time, is what I've heard. Like wages have stayed the same for like 50 years. Rent has gone up like 10 times or whatever. You know, and there's just something so generous about it. I mean, obviously, you should never. It's not realistic. Like, I don't think. And I didn't even know if it was nice to the horses. And, like, there's so many things wrong with it, right? And then, like, obviously, he could have just. If they're on the park, they could have just. Couldn't they have just, like, taken a cab? Like, just. You know, they could have just driven the horses to the nearest cab and then taken a cab there. That would have been faster. And I mean, having the horses driving the road is inconsiderate to the horses and inconsiderate to other cars, you know. But when he just was so generous, I mean, do people like that always carry an extra like $1K in their pockets just for like bribery? But it just made me cry for some reason. I don't know why. Because he was just so generous, you know. Right, and I wrote about how Carrie carries the record all over New York City. Oh my god, the episode before though, the Vogue episode, I really wanted to say, and like I didn't get the chance, Carrie definitely not a size 2. I don't care. Like she was thinking about how she was like really drunk and she was like, oh, if you're a size 2, like, that's a possibility. I was like, she's definitely not a size 2. Like when you really see a size 2, you like change your default face. And you're like, damn, like, what's wrong with you? You treat them like they're in a wheelchair. It's like that, or like they have a lazy eye or something. If you're a size 2, to me, she just looks normal, which is like a compliment. It's nice to just look normal. I mean, obviously, you don't want to give people a problem where they're like, oh, like if Carrie's normal, then I should lose weight. I'm like, no, like I just like look at her and I'm like, I feel like she's like a size 6 or a size 8 or something. She's not like that small. Definitely not a size 2. And if she were a size 2, she'd have no friends. She has lots of friends, you know? We didn't get any double shot of blood today. Maybe we could do that for a second. Let me see if there's anything really important. Because I'm probably going to keep talking about sex messages. I'll just see if there's anything really important. Honestly, I thought they did better last episode. Like, they're having a learning curve. Achilea, yes. I did make a lot of notes. I could talk about this for a while. Oh, I said Paula has no strikes. Paula is just like a nice, classy lady who's just like very nice and very sweet and very diplomatic. She could honestly be the wife of a senator. She's just like, she has no strikes. And like a few times I thought she was teasing. Like someone pointed out that she's like teasing. And it's like Italian. She said, I don't know if this is true. She said Italian women, like the more they tease you, the more they like you. But I thought she was being like comedic by asking like kid questions. I think you have to like being like, why is your scalp purple? You know, is like a kid question. You know, she wasn't being mean. You know, she was being like innocent. Thought it was. I mean, not everyone can do that. Probably, like I would never do that. But I thought that was really cute. Lots of fun stuff we can talk about. Maybe we should do that tomorrow. We'll take a day off from Sex and the City and we'll talk about this again. Because the show is almost over, so we could. Well, Wednesday and Thursday we can do this. Yeah. All this is so great. Some of these are so funny. Like when Danielle was like, I have very high standards. Let's read a book. And we got the Edgar Allan Poe yesterday. That's good. So far we have learned. Let's just switch up the camera here. So what have we learned? We've learned to not knock an experience if you did not succeed, and not to be greedy, and not to be deceptive. And people will have a learning curve when you're deceptive. Oh, the difference between fame and notoriety. To pick your roommate wisely. The Mice in Council. Once upon a time, all the mice met together in council and discussed the best means of securing themselves against the attacks of the cat. I wonder if this is like a sequel. After several... Should I wear earrings again? I don't know. Okay, the thing is that like I really like my earrings a lot. And then when I take off my shirt at the end of the night, sometimes it takes off my earrings and then I can't find them again. So I'm like, fine, I just won't wear earrings. Because I like can't remember. Is that a good reason to just like never wear earrings? I haven't worn earrings in like a year. I guess I wore some a little bit this summer. I wore these ones. Blang blang. Hello. I really like those ones. There's so many cute ones. These ones are so cheap. They're like $1 each. That sometimes they get a little rusty.